Hello, my name is Dr. Tonia ModuleB, and I am an assistant professor and early childhood extension specialist within the Department of Child, Youth, and Family Studies here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. My primary area of research focuses on how to support the social-cultural development of young children. Culture refers to how particular groups of people live. In the broadest sense, culture are items, customs, and values. The ways in which we are culturally diverse or examples of diversity among individuals include ethnicity, gender, socioeconomic status, religious affiliation, family structure, age, and disability, just to name a few. Children's first and most important teachers are their parents. Therefore, from the early beginnings of a child's life, they're experiencing and learning about their culture. Cultural aspects unique to young children's home includes the language they speak, interactions and early attachment building with their primary caregiver, or even mealtime routines. When we get to know the cultural practices in the home, we can use this knowledge to create activities and experiences that are meaningful and connected to children's lives, infants, toddlers, and 3 to 5-year-olds. But why does culture matter in early childhood education? Culturally responsive teaching draws upon the cultural knowledge, skills, and talents young children bring with them from home. When we teach children based on who they uniquely are and where they come from, we as teachers begin to intentionally encourage all children to become contributing members within the classroom community. We build young children's self-confidence and skills as early as during infancy. We also promote the development of inclusive peer groups and friendships based on age, gender, and special needs. We also become more aware of how to distinguish between a child's developing culture and language difference and an onset of a learning or behavioral special need. So, what can you do to support young children's social and cultural development? Young children naturally use their home or cultural knowledge to explore and learn about the world around them. When learning to communicate, toddlers will use all the languages they are learning interchangeably with primary adults and peers. You will notice infants' curiosity to the differences in sound and physical characteristics of diverse people caring for them. Older toddlers and 3 to 5-year-olds might use their first language with peers during free play, outside time, and mealtime, or may reenact their home experiences during dramatic play. For example, my daddy cooks or my mommy rocks me to sleep each night. As an adult working with young children, you can do the following to further encourage culturally responsive teaching. First, create culturally responsive activities. Intentionally promote and encourage cultural diversity with young children by creating a multi-sensory environment where children can speak, touch, taste, see, and feel their culture and the culture of others. For example, help children see culture while also encouraging early literacy by having mirrors available in an infant's crib or in a play area for toddlers to explore the physical characteristics and differences among self and others. Label objects or areas in the educational environment using multiple languages, including sign language. If only one language is spoken in your classroom or home childcare setting, consider the languages spoken in the larger community. To avoid communicating to children that English is the better language, place languages side by side or the non-English language on top, as illustrated in this teacher's work sample labeled for both children in both English and Mandarin. Let children and families hear and feel the presence of cultural awareness and appreciation by posting greetings from around the world in your welcome area, like this picture from one early childhood program. Also, what a fun way to greet parents by saying hello from around the world. Jumbo! Secondly, learn from families. Partner with families to better understand their family structure and culture. Set up multiple ways to learn from families, such as hosting family nights and home visits. One way to learn more about the culture and family experiences of the children in your program is to have scheduled opportunities throughout the year to bring families together to learn and explore cultures represented in the program and in the community. Is there an annual parade, a community 5K event, or a cultural celebration that occurs in your community? Why not use this as an opportunity to invite families to a night or weekend day out to engage children and families in the larger diversity within the community? Also consider at the beginning of each year visiting the homes of new and returning families to learn about children's interests, family activities, customs, and traditions. When visiting, bring pictures and stories to share of your family life. Home visits are a great way to begin and continue a tradition of cultural exchanges between you and the families you serve. Also, use your resources. Sometimes it can be overwhelming as a teacher to know where to begin in integrating cultural diversity in your classroom or with young children. Therefore, start first with the resources right in the educational setting, including you. This is an example of how one teacher created a learning station highlighting the diverse cultures of the young children she teaches. You could extend your learning station to include cultures beyond the classroom as well. Maybe start with places you or the children and families have traveled to outside of the U.S. or popular dishes you enjoy eating. Lastly, consider the educational environment. The physical environment should reflect the diversity of children and families you serve and the larger community. This includes pictures of families in your program, diverse dramatic play items, books, toys, and puzzles that are non-stereotypical but represent culturally affirming and accurate depictions of the cultural group. So don't forget, you can help support the social cultural development of infants, toddlers, and 3 to 5-year-olds by creating culturally responsive activities, learning from families, and creating a diverse educational environment. As you continue to explore how best to support children's social and cultural development, please visit child.unl.edu for more research-based information and resources.